100 Salesforce definitions. 1 account. A record that represents a company or an organization you do business with in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a page that holds information about a company you work with. 2 contact. A person associated with an account, typically a customer or lead. Simplified definition, a person you are connected to through a company. 3 opportunity. A potential sale or business deal you are tracking in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a possible deal or sale you are working on. 4 lead. A person or company that could potentially become an opportunity. Simplified definition, someone who might turn into a customer. 5 case. A customer service request or issue raised by a customer. Simplified definition, a question or problem a customer needs help with. 6 object. A type of record in Salesforce, like an account or contact, that stores data. Simplified definition, a storage box for information, like a folder or file. 7 field. A single piece of data in a record, such as a name, phone number, or address. Simplified definition, a small box where you put specific information, like a name or phone number. 8 record. A single entry of data for an object, like one specific account, contact, or opportunity. Simplified definition, a single entry or piece of information about something, like one customer or sale. 9 report. A way to display, organize, and analyze data in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a summary or chart of your data that shows important info. 10 dashboard. A visual display of key reports and data, providing insights at a glance. Simplified definition, a screen that shows important data and charts and graphs. 11 workflow rule. A set of automated actions triggered when certain conditions are met in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a rule that automatically does things when certain conditions are true. 12 process builder. A tool used to create more complex workflows with multiple actions. Simplified definition, a tool that makes complex tasks automatic by setting rules. 13 validation rule. A rule that ensures data entered in Salesforce meets specific criteria or standards. Simplified definition, a check to make sure information is entered correctly. 14 custom field. A field created by the user to store information specific to your business needs. Simplified definition, a custom box for information unique to your business. 15 page layout. The arrangement of fields, buttons, and other elements on a record page. Simplified definition, the design or order of elements on a records page. 16 visual force. A framework used to create custom user interfaces in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a tool to design custom pages in Salesforce. 17 lightning components. Reusable building blocks for creating apps and pages in Salesforce's Lightning experience. Simplified definition, pre-made pieces to build custom pages and apps. 18 Apex. A programming language used to write custom business logic in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a coding language that lets you create custom actions in Salesforce. 19 SOQL. A query language used to retrieve data from Salesforce. Simplified definition, a tool to search and pull data from Salesforce. 20 relationship. The connection between two records in Salesforce, like between an account and a contact. Simplified definition, how different records are linked together in Salesforce. 21 record type. A way to categorize records for different business processes, such as sales and support. Simplified definition, a label that groups records based on specific tasks. 22 profile. A collection of permissions that determines what a user can see and do in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a user's settings for what they can see and do in Salesforce. 23 permission set. A set of permissions that grant additional access to a user on top of their profile. Simplified definition, extra permissions that can be given to a user. 24 sharing rules. Rules that define how records are shared between users in Salesforce. Simplified definition, rules that control who can see what information. 25 App Exchange. A marketplace for third-party Salesforce applications and integrations. Simplified definition, a store for Salesforce apps and tools you can add. 26 Data Import Wizard. A tool used to upload data into Salesforce. Simplified definition, a helper tool that brings data into Salesforce. 27 Data Export. The process of extracting data from Salesforce to use elsewhere. Simplified definition, sending your data out of Salesforce to use in other systems. 28 Sandbox. A copy of your Salesforce environment used for testing and development without affecting the real data. Simplified definition, a safe space to test things without changing anything real. 29 Governor Limits. Salesforce limits on resources to avoid overloading the system. Simplified definition, rules that stop the system from getting overloaded with too many tasks. 30 Change Set. A way to send changes from one Salesforce organization to another. Simplified definition, a package that moves changes from one Salesforce account to another. 31 Permission Set. A collection of permissions that grant additional access to a user. Simplified definition, extra abilities granted to a user to access more features. 32 Sharing Rules. A rule that defines how records are shared with users. Simplified definition, a rule that controls who can see which records. 33 Record Type. A way to categorize records for different business processes. Simplified definition, a label that organizes records for different tasks. 34 App Exchange. A marketplace for Salesforce apps. Simplified definition, a store where you can buy tools to use with Salesforce. 35 Data Import Wizard. A tool to help upload data into Salesforce. Simplified definition, a helper that moves information into Salesforce easily. 36 Data Export. The process of exporting Salesforce data to an external system. Simplified definition, sending your Salesforce info to another system. 37 Sandbox. A test environment where users can try changes without affecting the real data. Simplified definition, a practice space to test things without breaking anything. 38 Governor Limits. Rules that limit the number of actions that can be performed at once to avoid overload. Simplified definition, limits that prevent the system from being overloaded with too many requests. 39 Custom Object. A custom-made type of record used to store data that doesn't fit standard Salesforce objects. Simplified definition, a custom category to store your specific data. 40 Custom Field. A field created by the user to store information specific to your business needs. Simplified definition, a custom box to store information that fits your needs. 41 Field Level Security. A feature that controls access to specific fields in a record. Simplified definition, controls who can see or change each piece of information in a record. 42 Report. A tool to display and analyze your data in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a summary or chart that shows important information from your data. 43 Dashboard. A visual display of key reports and data. Simplified definition, a screen that shows important info in graphs and charts. 44 Lookup Relationship. A relationship between two objects where one object refers to another, but they are not dependent on each other. Simplified definition, a connection between two records where one can link to the other. 45 Master Detail Relationship. A relationship where one object depends on the other, and deleting the master object deletes the detail object. Simplified definition, a strong connection where deleting one thing deletes the other. 46 Junction Object. A custom object used to create many-to-many relationships between other objects. Simplified definition, a special object used to connect two records in many ways. 47 Apex Trigger. A piece of code that automatically runs before or after a record is created or updated. Simplified definition, a set of instructions that automatically runs when certain actions happen. 48 Visual Force Page. A page in Salesforce that allows custom user interfaces. Simplified definition, a custom web page made for Salesforce users. 49 Lightning Experience. A modern, fast, and visually appealing interface for Salesforce users. Simplified definition, the updated, shiny look and feel of Salesforce. 50 Lightning App Builder. A tool to create custom pages in the Lightning experience. Simplified Definition, a tool to make your own custom pages in Salesforce. 51 Flow. An automation tool in Salesforce that guides users through a series of steps. Simplified Definition, a series of steps that help guide users to complete tasks. 52 Lightning Flow. A tool for automating business processes using flows with a visual interface. Simplified Definition, a visual tool to automate tasks and processes in Salesforce. 53 Record Types. Used to create different business processes and page layouts for different sets of records. Simplified Definition, a way to organize records into categories based on the tasks they're used for. 54 Queues. A feature that stores records that need attention and can be assigned to users. Simplified Definition, a waiting list where records are held until someone can handle them. 55 Time-based workflow. A workflow rule that triggers actions based on a specific time or date. Simplified Definition, a rule that activates an action after a certain amount of time. 56 Dynamic actions. Actions that are available depending on certain conditions or factors within Salesforce. Simplified Definition, actions that only appear when certain rules or conditions are met. 57 Multi-currency. A feature in Salesforce that allows users to deal with multiple currencies in their records. Simplified Definition, a feature that lets you work with different currencies at the same time. 58 Knowledge Base. A collection of articles and information used to help answer customer questions or issues. Simplified Definition, a library of helpful articles to answer questions. 59 Change Data Capture. A feature that tracks changes to records and sends notifications when changes occur. Simplified Definition, a tool that tracks and notifies you about any changes made to records. 60 Data Loader. A tool used to upload, export, and update large amounts of data in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a tool to move or change large amounts of data in Salesforce. 61 Custom Metadata Types. A way to store metadata that is customizable in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a custom category to store important setup information. 62 S-Controls. A legacy feature used to embed custom code in Salesforce pages. Simplified Definition, a way to add custom code on a Salesforce page. 63 Reports Folder. A place to organize and store reports in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a folder where you keep your reports organized. 64 Outbound Message. A workflow action that sends information from Salesforce to an external system. Simplified Definition, a message that sends Salesforce data to another system. 65 Inbound Message. A workflow action that receives information from an external system into Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a message that brings data into Salesforce from another system. 66 Data Validation. The process of checking that data meets required standards before being saved. Simplified Definition, a check to make sure data is correct before being saved. 67 Schema Builder. A tool used to visualize and create objects, fields, and relationships in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a visual tool to build and organize your Salesforce data setup. 68 Custom Setting. A way to store custom configuration data that can be easily accessed throughout Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a storage place for custom setup data that can be used throughout Salesforce. 69 Event. A record used to track meetings, calls, or any scheduled events. Simplified Definition, a record to track scheduled events, like meetings or calls. 70 Task. A record used to track a specific action or to-do item that needs to be completed. Simplified Definition, a to-do list entry for something you need to do. 71 Territory Management. A feature to organize and assign sales territories to users. Simplified Definition, a way to organize areas for your sales team to cover. 72 Chatter. A social collaboration tool in Salesforce that allows users to communicate and share information. Simplified Definition, a messaging tool in Salesforce for team communication and sharing. 73 Salesforce Console. A user interface designed to improve productivity by providing easy access to multiple records and tasks. Simplified Definition, a workspace in Salesforce for fast access to multiple tasks. 74 Einstein Analytics. A set of AI-powered tools for analyzing and visualizing your Salesforce data. Simplified Definition, a tool that uses AI to help you analyze and visualize your data. 75 App. A set of Salesforce features and tools designed to handle specific tasks or processes. Simplified Definition, a collection of tools in Salesforce to perform specific tasks. 76 Object Manager. A tool in Salesforce for managing custom and standard objects, including their fields, relationships, and layouts. Simplified Definition, a tool to organize and manage different types of records in Salesforce. 77 Service Cloud. A Salesforce product designed to help businesses manage customer service operations. Simplified Definition, a Salesforce tool that helps with customer support and service. 78 Sales Cloud. A Salesforce product designed for managing and automating sales processes. Simplified Definition, a Salesforce tool that helps manage and automate sales activities. 79 Campaign. A marketing initiative or project used to track leads, emails, or other marketing efforts in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a project or effort to market to customers, tracked in Salesforce. 80 User License. A type of permission set in Salesforce that defines the features and functionality a user can access. Simplified Definition, a license that tells Salesforce what a user can access and do. 81 Profile. A collection of permissions that define what a user can see and do within Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a set of rules that controls what a user can access and do in Salesforce. 82 Role. A user's position within the Salesforce hierarchy that determines record access. Simplified Definition, a job title in Salesforce that helps decide which records a user can see. 83 API. A set of tools that allows different software applications to communicate with each other. Simplified Definition, a tool that lets different apps talk to each other. 84 API Call. A request made to the Salesforce API to retrieve or send data. Simplified Definition, a request to send or receive data from Salesforce. 85 App Exchange. Salesforce's online marketplace for apps and solutions. Simplified Definition, a store where you can find and download apps for Salesforce. 86 Validation Rule. A rule that ensures data entered into Salesforce meets specific criteria. Simplified Definition, a rule that checks if the information you put into Salesforce is correct. 87 Chatter Feed. A real-time stream of updates, posts, and comments shared within Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a feed showing real-time posts and comments shared by your team. 88 Record. A single instance of data in Salesforce, such as an account or contact. Simplified Definition, a piece of information stored in Salesforce. 89 Report Type. Defines the structure and layout of a report by determining which objects and fields to include. Simplified Definition, a template for creating reports by choosing the fields and records to show. 90 Custom Button. A button created by users to perform a custom action in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a button made for special actions in Salesforce. 91 Object. A container for storing data, such as accounts, contacts, or opportunities in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, a category or type of information in Salesforce. 92 Page Layout. The arrangement of fields, buttons, and links on a page in Salesforce. Simplified Definition, the way information is arranged on a page in Salesforce. 93 Workflow Rule. A rule that automates actions like sending emails or updating fields based on certain conditions. Simplified Definition, a rule that automatically performs tasks when conditions are met. 94 Approval Process. A process that automates the approval of records, where users must approve or reject records. Simplified Definition, a system to automatically approve or deny records based on rules. 95 Queue. A place where records wait for attention and are assigned to users. Simplified Definition, a waiting line where records are held until someone works on them. 96 URL filter. A filter that helps control which URLs are allowed or blocked within Salesforce. Simplified definition, a filter to block or allow certain websites in Salesforce. 97 record locking. A feature that prevents multiple users from editing the same record at the same time. Simplified definition, a tool that keeps records safe from changes by multiple users at once. 98 Lightning component. A reusable piece of code or UI used to build apps or pages in Salesforce's Lightning experience. Simplified definition, a part of the web page or app in Salesforce that you can reuse. 99 Process builder. A tool that automates business processes by creating workflows with a visual interface. Simplified definition, a tool to set up automatic actions for your business process visually. 100 Custom tab. A user-created tab that links to custom objects or pages in Salesforce. Simplified definition, a custom button that leads to special pages or objects in Salesforce.